Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 31st. Today's lesson, as you saw, was title of it is Pause and Wonder. It comes out of the book of Isaiah. I'm going to read Isaiah 29, 9 through 15. It says, "Pause and wonder, blind yourselves and be blind. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with intoxicating drink. For the Lord has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep, and closed your eyes, namely the prophets. And he has covered your heads, namely the seers. The whole vision has become to you like words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one who is literate, saying, 'Read this, please.' And he says, 'I cannot, for it is sealed.' Then the book is delivered to one who is illiterate, saying, 'Read this, please.' And he says, 'I am not literate.' Therefore the Lord said, Inasmuch as these people draw near with their mouths and honor me with their lips, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the commandment of men. Therefore, behold, I will again do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. They say, 'Who sees us, and who knows us?'" Anybody that has followed my devotionals or seen what God has been doing in my life and watched this development of this thing over the last, namely the last few months, have noticed that I took a few days off that I haven't normally taken. I usually go Monday through Saturday with these things, and the last couple of days I did not. I, in fact, had gotten some kind of allergy, and as you can kind of see even now, my left eye has a little bit of swelling still to it, but it has gotten much, much better. But the last 2 days, or actually 3 days, Sunday, I stayed in bed all day. Couldn't even open my eyes. It hurt so bad to open my eyes. Monday, I went into work. We had some ladder training. I was able to do that, but then afterwards, just my eye really had gotten bad, and so I did pray and seek a little medical attention, and was able to get some steroid drops to help my eye out. They attributed it to allergies, but I was back in the bed Monday night, just miserable, and then again Tuesday all through the day. And so during this time, I was just asking the Lord, what are you doing? What is this about? Because although I'm not one that I don't want to proclaim "Thus saith the Lord," except for when it's exactly His word. I do seek the Lord in all circumstances, and do believe God talks to us in all circumstances. And what I saw today, and this morning, and what I've asked God and prayed a lot. The beauty of the last few days, I've slept a lot, well over 30 hours in the 48 hours prior to last night, or prior to yesterday, which is extremely rare for me. I'm a 4-hour night kind of guy, but I just seeking the Lord. What are you trying to show me? And sometimes the Lord causes things to happen to us so that we understand and we get an idea. And this again lines up with Scripture, so I don't feel out of place saying this. But what I will say, it is time for America to wake up. I look around at our world and I see the tribulations that so many are going through. I watch the History Channel and see how many programs are dealt around spiritual things. The world is with the various famines, earthquakes, pestilences. These are all the things that Jesus said, beware and watch for these things. For the end will be near when we see this. These are the beginning of the sorrows. And what I see in this is, and what I'm not trying to proclaim, I'm not telling you that this is going to happen at a certain date, or that these things are going to happen, because I believe that America is currently going through the greatest tribulation that we have ever seen. The greatest. And it is because we have blinded eyes, and a deep sleep has fallen upon us. For years I've wanted to preach this sermon that God's had in my heart about awaking sleeping beauty. I believe that the church is the most precious bride of Christ, yet we've been sleeping beauty. And He says, do not be caught sleeping. And that's what we've been done. We've been lured into biting the apple, the forbidden fruit, as you remember the cartoon, And because it looked good and it looked tasteful and everything looked right about it. It tasted so good, but it has caused us that sin and iniquity that we have allowed into the church and allowed into our individual lives has caused us to fall upon a deep sleep. And it is time for the prophets, for the seers to step up. I believe that God is doing that. I've talked with many individuals over the last couple of weeks even that have assured me that there are people awakening throughout this nation that are proclaiming truth, that are seeing things for what they are. And I'm concerned. I am concerned about the state of America. I'm concerned about the state of our church. I'm concerned about the state of our hearts. Because we honor God with our lips. We say that we believe in righteousness. We say that we will support Israel. We say all these things, yet we do nothing. Our hearts show, our actions rather, show what our hearts are already feeling. And that is a nothingness, a void. Yesterday morning I saw on CBN, I believe it was, with Pat Robertson, a little thing on pornography in America. Billions and billions and billions of dollars are spent annually on pornography. Over 600 million videos, pornographic videos, rented each month by Americans. 66% of men in America, 66% of men in America are addicted to porn, online porn. 1 in 4 divorces in America attributed to pornography addictions. The average age that a child, an innocent, beautiful child, is exposed to pornography online has dropped from 11 to age 9. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for the people of God to return back to their knees and submit to God? Yet we seek our own prosperity. We seek nothing more than a bigger bank account because we think in that we will have peace. Well, woe be unto us. For when they say peace, peace, you know it is not near. And I'm telling you that we are so far from peace. And I'm not talking about wars of the physical nature. I'm talking about the war in the mind. I'm talking about the war that wages in spirits and principalities. That's what we war against, not against flesh and blood. The flesh and blood is only the evidence of the wars that are going on in the spiritual world. America, we have to wake up. I'm a nobody. But God is showing me stuff. And I'm hoping He's showing you stuff, and I'm hoping that this video or the written devotional that you can get online rings true with you, just so that we will return back to our God that loves us and has blessed us and created us as a beacon of light for the rest of the world. We reach out in our prosperity that God has given us and bless more countries and more peoples than any other nation ever has. And yet we now are teetering on bankruptcy ourselves. Wake up. I'm not talking politics. I try not to propose politics to any man. Because the answer is not in politics. The answer is in a repentant heart. Until individuals like you and I start seeking God on our own, apart from your church, apart from your denomination, apart from anything else, just on a personal level, seeking a true intimate relationship with Christ, we cannot be healed as a nation. When we do that, then we will be united. Our unity lies in the fact that we all should be submitted to God, repenting and seeking Him and Him alone. We should be daily in the Word, praying daily, seeking His will for our lives, welcoming His grace on a regular basis, accepting His mercies that are new every day. And until you and I get that down, we will see this country continue to fall.